So hard to film yourself. And okay, morning everyone. I hope you had a good weekend. So I just wanted to break down some of the things that's going to be happening this week. We had our first open talk session, but this week in particular will be quite relevant because it will be about vaccine hesitancy in the BAME community. We will be joined by Dr. Deep Zaror, who's a psychiatrist, but he's also an advocate in the Black and Asian community. We're going to be talking about some of the reasons why the community is hesitant and why it's important for us to understand that, then find a way to encourage these communities. So whilst I give you these updates about open talks, which will be every Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m, I also want to drop in a couple of things that we could learn during these updates. What I'd like us to pay attention to today in particular is two words that is regularly used within language around anti-racism, and that is microaggressions, macroaggressions. What are they? So microaggression is a subtle form of racism that people might display towards someone who is different based on race. So I'll give you an example of a microaggression. You might say to a person of colour after they've been in some discourse or dialogue with you, "Oh, you're really articulate," as if there should be a reason why someone of colour shouldn't be articulate. Or, "Your English is really, really good," even though that person may have been born in Britain or they might have been here for sort of 20, 30 years. So these are forms of subtle, that might not be very subtle, but subtle forms of racism that people use every day without knowing, without the intention. But just because you don't have the intention to be racist doesn't mean that it's not racist. That's important to remember. And a macroaggression is a more overt and direct form of racism, physical abuse, verbal language that you use to degrade a person based on race. So I hope you guys are okay, and please get in touch if you need anything further from me. Have a good week.